Right, it's Dan from the Rock Show. I've got Caleb with me today.
Hello, hello.
And he's from the Beartooths.
That is me, the Beartooth, the one and only.
And to be honest, I can't really think of much to talk about to begin with apart from the amazing video you guys dropped yesterday.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. Yeah, we put that out, and dude, that was so much fun to make, man. Our touring photographer and videographer, Wafka, he did the video. And
okay.
That I think was just really fun because like we're already super comfortable with him. We know the guy. We kind of like came up with the idea together, and then he just killed it, and it was great.
Fair play. So what was the thoughts going into it? Because it's quite, almost every sort of outlet saying it's quite a powerful video.
Right. I mean well, I guess it kind of starts where the song is. Like, I mean, essentially the song is written about kind of like what it feels like going through like a panic attack. And we I don't know. I came up with this treatment for a video, like at least just the concept a while ago, where, I don't know, we're just like, it's kind of goofy. There's like these biker versions of us, and then there's this version of me that's like this drug addict, freaked out, totally messed up looking person in like a crappy hotel. And then I wanted to go and blow my own head off, and it was like, we had to dial it down a little bit because like the original thing was going to be really, really graphic and like pretty brutal and violent, and I think people were like, hey, let's pump the brakes a little bit. So we dialed it back. We didn't quite show any of the brutality, but I mean, really, to me, it's pretty self-explanatory. It was just kind of like for me, a way to say like I want to be dead to my old self. You know what I mean? Just those parts of my life, and the paranoia and the anxiety and the depression and the panic and all that. And then we just put ourselves in biker outfits and had some fun with it.
Guns and
yeah. We just thought it'd kind of make it a little bit, a little bit fun.
Cool. Well, it's part of obviously the album drop that was in September. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I imagine you probably have a feel as to how the new album's going down now with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to wrap my head around it. I'm usually pretty bad about knowing what's going on. I'm so like terrible with social media and staying up to date. I'm trying to be better about it, but yeah, I mean, to me, the easiest way to tell is just shows.
Yeah.
So we're doing a tour when the album dropped. So it was kind of like every show people started learning the new stuff a little bit more. But since we've come out here, the new stuff has been going down really, really well. And like people really know the words, and people seem to be having fun. So all the signs point to things are going well. So I'm just hoping they are,
Well, it's one of those lovely things because obviously I've known about you guys for a few years now, but I like to try and do a bit of research before I come into the interview just to make sure I don't do anything particularly stupid.
Sure.
And it was lovely to see the sort of stuff online about you guys is definitely more positive than negative. There doesn't seem to be that sort of complaint side of things, which...
Hey, I mean, I'll take it. I mean, there's always going to be the negative, but I guess, yeah, as long as the positive's kind of outweighing it, I'm good, man. I'm easy,
And you're on tour with a band which really has that as well. Because Architects, again, I'm not sure they can do anything wrong at the moment.
No, I mean Architects is. I mean, to me, they're one of the best bands that do what they do. Like modern metalcore, whatever you want to call it. There's just nobody that can do the stuff they do and do it as well as they do. And this is the first time we've ever properly toured with them.
Really?
Yeah, we played some festivals and things like that. And we've been trying to tour together for like 3 years now. I like went back through some emails and found like a bunch of old discussions about trying to get like tours lined up, but it just never worked out. Finally get one lined up. And being able to see the show that they're putting on every night is mind-blowing. Yeah. I mean, it is truly mind-blowing. They went so far above and beyond. I mean, they play for an hour and a half. I think they have like a 17-song set list or something. Just every single hit that you could think of, and then like some of the cool deep cuts. They have the best light show I've ever seen. They have pyro and like lasers and all this crazy stuff. But at the same time, none of that takes away from the band while they're playing. And, I mean, they just sound like the record. Like, they are spot-on musicians. So, I mean, it's an honor to be, on a tour with them and getting to play the slot we're playing on the lineup is shocking, man.
Fair one. I mean, is it a case of where popularity changes country to country, you'll be able to do a similar thing for them in the US? Because obviously they've got the UK kind of wrapped up.
Right, yeah, they're doing well, UK and Europe. They are doing fine. I don't know. I mean, I would love to take them to the States, but, I mean, they're already, I think, pretty solidly big there. And to me, they're just like, I don't know. I just want to see them keep headlining, honestly.
Yeah,
like, I think where they're at as a band, like, you need to see the headline show.
Yeah.
And, I mean, as much as I would love to take them out, I don't think, like, it would do their show the justice that I would wish it would.
Okay.
Like, I would love to see them just do another big headliner in the States, because they're definitely getting continually bigger there. But hell, I mean, if they wanted to, we'd take them out, no fucking question. But whether that happens or not, I don't know.
Well, my next one is, do you have plans like that for yourself if you get to that like sort of stage? Is that something that you think about at all, or is it not? Because we were talking just off camera about how they've progressed over the years.
Right.
I think it was with the manager whilst you were doing your deblutions in the room. And with you guys as well, you can see your progression so far. Is that something cultivated or planned, or are you still just taking things as they come?
We're just rolling with it. Like, we don't really have any plans or set goals other than, like, there's a few things we want to do in specific cities. Yeah. Like in Columbus, our hometown, that's kind of more of like a special thing. I think we have like a really cool fan base there, and the shows have always kind of stepped up a bit. So I think next time, we play in Columbus, it's going to be something special. But other than that, we just kind of take our opportunities that we get. For this cycle, our approach was kind of not exactly like play a small amount of the biggest shows we can. It was more, let's get every single person that we can physically get to see the band see the band. So our last US tour, we played 46 shows, playing a ton of A markets, B markets, C markets, just like tons of different things. And we brought the whole show into every venue that we could fit it, like the lights and the whole bit. And then, we got something else coming up that we're going to be hitting even more markets in the States. And, I want everybody that could possibly want to see a Beartooth show, see a Beartooth show. And then maybe, later in the year, we'll do kind of like a big, giant blowout, 20 shows, huge rooms, the whole bit. But as of now, I just want people to hear the record and see the show. And that's so cool. We're just kind of been doing cheaper tickets, smaller shows, but like way more shows in more areas. So, that's kind of been our plan so far. It seems to be working pretty well.
How are you finding doing that many shows? Is that...
It is intense. I mean, that last tour, we were playing an hour and a half every night. I think 16 songs. And it was like 69 days that we were out on the road or something.
That's crazy.
Which... it gets to you after a little while, for sure. But
you push your vocal style quite a lot.
Oh yeah. I'm on the edge the whole time, and I mean it's just about learning to pace yourself. At least for me, like after you start playing an hour and a half every night, you get used to it. But if you don't pace yourself, you're gonna be screwed. Yeah. Like, I definitely had a fair share of shows that were like, I wasn't quite sure if I was going to be able to pull it off. Thankfully, it worked every time. But, it's just trying to stay in shape, trying to keep your voice together, and just kind of be quiet when you're off stage,
Yeah. Well, it's sounding quite strong now, and you tend to find a good mark is the speaking voice. Cause,
hey, man, I'm trying. Like, this tour is a lot easier. We're only playing 45 minutes.
Walk in the park.
After doing an hour and a half for 2 months, basically, that's... 45 minutes is real nice.
Are you finding that you're able to give a lot more because you have a bit more limited as well? So I imagine it does vary things up, the set sort of length. So.
Yeah. I mean, now that we're only playing like 9 songs on this tour, whereas before we were playing 16. So, I mean, I think for me the set is way more just like grip it and rip it, just like go in 110 out of the gate for the whole show. Whereas, you know, a headliner set, it has like high parts, low parts, faster songs, slower songs. This set is way more just like in your face. Get the job done. Get out of there. You know what I mean?
That sounds really cool, man.
It's fun. It's fun.
You guys have gone down really well in Manchester. I was checking out the social media. As you
that was sick.
Seeing what I was letting myself in for at Motorpoint tonight.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just been incredible. For me, it's been quite an interesting journey with you guys because I realised after knowing your name for a while, I sat there, I was like, I don't know the back catalogue. And it was about, 1-2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Sat there and listened to it and then felt like an idiot because I was like, well, I really like this. So.
Well, hey, man, that's fine.
But no, it's been really awesome because, like I say, there's certain members doing what I do there of the music industry that you just want to talk to. Mm-hmm. I know you've been on the tick list for a while.
Sick, man. Well, thanks for having me, dude.
That's all right. I just, like I say, I really enjoyed doing some of the research yesterday as well.
Nice.
I love. There was one sort of quote from early in Beartooth's career. It was like, I never expected this to work. It was just something I was writing in my spare time. That to me is the best type of band to succeed.
Right.
Because it came out of you actually wanting to write the music and then people wanting to actually listen to it.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I think that's why Beartooth works is because out of the gate, that was the whole point was that, I'd already been in a band and done a whole career and I was like, I just want to write some stuff that I don't care if anybody hears it. Like nobody's going to hear it. And I showed a few people and then it became what it is. But even since then, basically I've set the kind of same limitations to the writing process to keep it that same exact process every time where it's just about me writing songs that help me keep my head on straight.
Fair.
And so, I think people just kind of connect to that. And that must be what got us to where we are now. But whatever it is, it seems to be working and we're all having fun doing it. So
well, I enjoy the fact that nobody seems to be able to define you guys. I was looking at like 6 different genre descriptions. I was like, and I can see why people are getting confused.
Right.
But I imagine it's probably because you don't bog yourself down with writing in a particular style from what you were saying there.
Yeah.
Just writing what you want to. But I love bands that do that, where they just go, well, no, we write good enough music that it doesn't actually need to go into a genre. We don't need to represent anything.
Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of in the rock blanket of music. Just have a listen, call it whatever
Mildly
you want.
alternative sort of bracket.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it, people can call it. I don't really mind. But I just write music and then it is what it is,
I really like that, man, especially with the pressures of the modern industry, as we're saying about social media and trying to keep on top of that sort of stuff.
Yes.
It's really nice when you get to actually talk to people that are still actually writing and playing because that's all they want to do.
Thank you, man.
Dealing with the business side because it has to be done.
Right. I mean, quite literally with this band, I write the music, I sing on the road, and aside from that, I really don't do much else. That's kind of what everybody else takes care of. But yeah, man, it's just what I do. Couldn't imagine doing it any other way,
Well, that is awesome. Probably quite a good point, I think, to wrap up, because otherwise I will just get into the random questions that are in there.
No worries.
Nobody out there wants to actually hear. But it's been lovely speaking with you.
Cheers,
and I shall, if you hear like a absurdly high-pitched scream,
cool.
That's just me enjoying the show.
Sick.
So don't worry about it.
Sounds good.
Cheers, bud.
Yeah, dude.
Welcome to the My James Rock Show.